Summer is rapidly approaching, and with that, the number of bikini body preppers and diet fanatics is rising. I'm sure that you've all heard of some sort of fad diet. Maybe you've tried one yourself, or perhaps you know somebody who's currently using a diet to lose weight. Today, I'm going to discuss why a balanced, non-restrictive way of dieting is best for you, not only physically, but mentally. With the rise of technology and social media, we are constantly exposed to people and their ways of life. And sometimes the lives of other people aren't exactly, and what other people do in their life isn't exactly what's best for us. As someone who has struggled with body image very heavily and has tried every diet under the sun, I have found that ditching the diet mentality and adopting a very balanced, healthy way of eating rather than restriction, has allowed me to better my relationship with not only food, but with myself. In this speech, I will discuss how a balanced, healthy eating lifestyle leads to reaping the nutritional benefits of all food, healing your mentality around food and your self-image, and leads to living a more free social life. Often, the first thing we think of when we hear the word diet is calories and restriction. Diets often include heavy restriction that can sometimes do much more harm than good. According to a student survey that I held about diet culture, 88.8% of students surveyed have said that they have used a diet to lose weight. And some of the diets that they have mentioned that they have seen promoted heavily on social media include diets such as the keto diet, paleo diet, Weight Watchers, Atkins, and so many more. All of these diets include some type of restriction. According to an article written by the Harvard Medical Journal in October 2018, a 2,000 calorie keto diet, for example, includes roughly 185 grams of fat, 75 grams of carbs, and a very heavy restriction of carbohydrates at about 40 grams. As you can see here, this is a food pyramid. This is your normal food pyramid with carb-heavy foods at the bottom and oils and fats on top. And this is the keto food pyramid that appears to be flipped completely around. Healthy carbohydrates shouldn't be eliminated from the diet, as carbohydrates are your body's primary source of fuel, according to an article written by NHS on December 19, 2018. If you restrict carbs, you may miss out on some of the nutrients and vitamins and minerals that are in some healthy carb-heavy foods, such as bananas, quinoa, sweet potatoes, oatmeal, and so many more. Many people who eat little to no carbohydrates miss out on the minerals, vitamins, and fiber that vegetables, fruits, and whole grains have, which could lead to a nutrient deficiency. According to a 2015 article written by Joanna Kay, a writer who is still currently recovering from an eating disorder, the best diet involves no longer viewing food as either good or bad, but to allow yourself to eat all foods and to choose food that is pleasing, beneficial, and enjoyable. Eating a balanced diet allows yourself to truly reap the benefits of all foods and live a more well-rounded lifestyle. As just mentioned, Joanna Kay, a writer who struggled with an eating disorder, also runs a blog that pays tribute to several people who have passed away from eating disorders. And these are just an example of some of the people that she has on her website. And along with Joanna Kay, also Christy Swadling are examples of people who have developed an eating disorder after a heavy history of restrictive dieting, which is a sad but common occurrence. Restrictive dieting often spirals into eating disorders, deteriorated mental health, and a distorted self-image. The same student survey mentioned before showed that most students have tried dieting anywhere from a couple weeks to at most 10 years. In a separate question asking if students had ever struggled with an eating disorder, there were students that said that they had struggled with an eating disorder. When asked about what kind of influence social media influencers have on their viewers, many survey participants said that social media influencers have a very heavy impact on their self-image. One survey participant simply put that social media influencers make you have a negative view of yourself. 90% of students in the survey chose that social media influencers who promoted fitness and skinny bodies and restricted diets increased comparison of themselves with other people. According to an article by the National Eating Disorders Association in 2018, there are numerous correlational studies that have linked this thin ideal in women and this muscular ideal in men to body dissatisfaction, comparison, and disordered eating. And here is just an example of what the ideal woman looks like and the ideal man looks like according to social media standards. When you decide to dedicate your life to a balanced eating, you challenge this perfect body ideal and diet that social media has put into place. Realizing that many of these people who promote restriction and skinny bodies are probably struggling with disordered eating themselves becomes easier to visualize and realize once you become an intuitive eater and eat more balanced and have a heightened sense of self-acceptance and a better self-esteem. Balanced eating not only improves your relationship with yourself, but it also improves your relationship with others. A balanced, non-restricted diet allows for a more inclusive social life. Mary Ellen Shoup wrote about a survey conducted on social life and exclusive dieting on March 12, 2019. She noticed that 47% of people, or she wrote about that 47% of people out of a 2,000 people survey felt like dieting took a significant toll on their social life. According to Meg Seelig in an article written on October 21st, 2001, overly restricted diets can suck and take all of the pleasure out of food. This can put a damper on social life, as a big part of American social life includes going out to eat with friends and going out for drinks. Refinery 29 published an article in Time magazine about someone who experienced a dip in their social life when they decided to start a restrictive diet. Once this person became an intuitive eater and stopped the restriction and developed a balanced eating diet, less food became their anchor. It was no longer viewed as a cheat, and whenever they went out for guacamole, it was just seen as something they ate together as friends rather than the whole highlight of the night. A balanced diet allows you to enjoy food with your friends every once in a while and allows you to place your focus on the social event rather than where you're going to go out to eat that night. Adopting a balanced way of eating allows you to enjoy life and live free of restriction. Eating a wide variety of foods and adopting a balanced diet helps you to benefit from a wide variety of nutrients and vitamins. It helps you to shift your mindset away from comparison and self-acceptance, and it helps you enjoy a social life free of the fear of food and corrupting relationships with friends and family. If you're currently trying to diet to get that perfect bikini body, consider ditching the diet and developing a balanced, healthy, non-restrictive way of eating.